Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Town Pump. Right down the road. Pump it up. Oh, yeah.
Good to be 2-0. Good to come down here and get a win. Rush for 250, 50% on third down. Those are good things. Can't turn the ball over, particularly on the road. I think it makes a big difference. So we're happy to get the win.
As far as some of those turnovers, what was some of the biggest catalysts that you were seeing that maybe caused some of those that just kind of swung momentum for them?
Well, I don't know. There was nothing other than us giving the ball up, which is bad by us.
Do you think it was being a little flat or just a lack of execution as far as some of the things that didn't go right?
We executed. Right? You look at the numbers, it wasn't an execution game. Again, it goes back to us giving the ball away, them chucking the ball up on fourth down a few times, and they made the play we didn't. Good by them.
Can you talk about the effects of good special teams? Patrick had that punt that flipped the field and kind of gave you guys some momentum. How much does that affect the team?
Well, it's good. I mean, he had a couple of really nice punts. I think he averaged 53 yards a punt. That was good. It's good.
It seemed like you guys ran a lot of kind of 3 tight end sets, heavy personnel, and were able to run the ball out of that. How happy were you with that?
Well, yeah, we ran it out of lighter stuff too. We averaged 6 yards a carry. You start looking at those things. You've got control of the game. It's a shame that we didn't finish a couple more drives, because we were in control of the game after the first quarter.
When Tyler gets that interception and you guys do kind of start converting on some of those towards the end of the first half, how was your team able to kind of seize that momentum? Similar to Portland State last week, it looked like.
It really just, Kyle, it just goes down to making plays. You got to make plays. You got to win on. Helps when you win on first down and you get more management down the distances, which we were in a lot because we were running it so well. That makes third down easier. Again, I thought the plan was good. I thought we executed it pretty well, but the miscues are the thing that derail you.
Is finishing one of the messages too, just because Idaho State gets a couple touchdowns towards the end, can't quite get the score on this end? Like, is that one of the things you want to talk to the team about or preach to them going forward?
Yeah, I mean, that's something we work on every day of the year, so it's not like they don't understand that. It's not like we have to reemphasize that or all of a sudden make that a point of emphasis. It is. We got to just play cleaner.
What do you want the team to take away most from this win heading into the bye week?
W, man. 5-0, 2-0. That's where we want to be.
Playing a team also that has nothing to lose, and you guys kind of have everything to lose. Does that feel like an added sense of pressure?
No. I think every time we play, we're playing to win. It doesn't matter who it is.
5-0, 2-0 in conference play heading into the bye. What's your biggest takeaway after you kind of get out this win today?
What's the score of the NAU Portland State game?
It was 21-7 Portland State at halftime.
No shock. I told you guys they were good. So we beat some good football teams. We're ranked number 2 in the country as I'm speaking to you. Right where we want to be.
Is there anything in specific you want to hit on during the bye week?
Recruiting.
Thoughts on the bye week being now, and you did have a couple guys dinged up and didn't play in this one, but just thoughts on it being now in the season.
Yeah, when for anybody that's been knocked around a little bit and not completely healthy, open gates help, so that should help those guys.
Ultimately, just the biggest takeaway about your group, you've talked about how they're just a good football team. Is that just kind of the biggest takeaway through 5 games so far? Is they're just a really sound, good football team?
Yeah, I think we have a really good team. I like them. They're competitive. They play hard. They like playing with and for each other. It's a good football team, and they can run.
Do you think Marcus took a step forward this week? I mean, I haven't seen him break free like that in a couple of years.
Well, and he plays 11 guys. So if one guy's having success, the other 10 are doing a pretty good job too. But yes, he played well today.
Cale Edwards and Keelan White had some mistakes in the first half. I mean, Cale Edwards with the fumble on the kickoff return, and Keelan White missed playing that punt, but they came back. I mean, I noticed Cale Edwards had a sack later in the first half. Keelan White had the touchdown to close the first half. What do you think about just those guys bouncing back from what could have been pretty hurtful mistakes?
Well, everybody makes mistakes, and you got to deal with adversity. That's the key to success, whether it's your job, my job, or their job.
Did you agree with the call on Cotton in the first period there very early?
We don't get to ask questions about referees.
Okay.
In a few minutes, small business owners can now sign up for Blackfoot Communication Services. Whether it's dependable voice options or internet services, sign up simply by visiting blackfootsmallbusiness.com. Click on the services you wish, select an installation time and date, and you're done. Small business services at the touch of your fingers. Connect to more with Blackfoot Communications and blackfootsmallbusiness.com.
The O-line just destroyed today. They were just knocking it back all game, and the holes were there, and we just had to basically just run where the play was going. And they did their job, so we just had to do ours. And it was a really good day running the balls.
Especially, like the passing game was kind of hit and miss a little bit. So, like, do you feel like the run game kind of helped you guys pick it up on offense a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we always want to start our drive with a positive run just to get the momentum going and get an easier third down situation. Yeah, it definitely helped out a lot. We pretty much wanted to put our back on that today, just run the ball, because stuff happens.
You guys had a few chances to kind of extend it and kind of couldn't quite get there. Was that kind of frustrating knowing you couldn't kind of punch it in a few times?
Very frustrating, and I mean that's what we work on every day in practice. So it's frustrating to come out here and not be able to execute it the best we can. But like I said, a win's a win.
Knowing you had kind of the bye and then a few tough games coming up, what was kind of the mentality coming into this one? And I know it's kind of human nature sometimes to maybe overlook something. Not saying you guys did, but was that a challenge this week?
I mean, our mentality was 1-0, just like it always is. 2-0 conference. That's just the main thing we're looking forward to. So we definitely didn't want to take them for granted, and they're a good team. And we just kind of went in with the mindset of 1-0. We got to get this win. So the preparation was there. It's just execution wasn't up to par at times.
It was 7-6, and then Tyler gets that interception, and then it kind of similar to Portland State, the momentum just kind of rolls. So did you guys notice that, and what was working so well in those final minutes of the second quarter?
Yeah, the momentum definitely switched. I mean, anytime you get a turnover, those are game-breaking plays. That's what wins games. And we definitely felt the momentum when we scored. And then our 2 minute at the end of the first half too was also a big momentum thing. And then we kind of came out a little stiff, but whatever.
Well, in moments like that too, like do you notice that? Like, do you guys recognize that kind of like you did last week?
Definitely.
Like, what is it like on the play when you guys realize you have to kind of seize that momentum in that moment?
Yeah, it's just you want to take advantage. Like if the defense gets an interception down there, it's like you don't want to waste what they did. So it's like more motivation. Just like you got to pound it in. No matter what, you got to get in the end zone. So you definitely can feel it. So, yeah.
How do you want the team to respond to this game going into the bye?
Just keep working. Definitely don't get complacent because that game was not our best, and that's not as good as we are. I mean, we're highly ranked, so we got to act like it, we got to play like it, and we're going to prepare hard. We always do. So just kind of get back on our grind and execute better next week.
You obviously had the long run. So for you personally, Marcus, like how are you feeling? Does it feel like kind of game by game you're kind of getting back into shape or forming anything?
Definitely. Yeah, it feels great. Like just hitting the hole hard and just stuff like that. And the O-line is playing fantastic right now, so that helps out a lot with my confidence. And, it just feels good to be able to be in the open field again. It's been a long time. So.
That's fair.
Yeah.
To be 5-0 heading into the bye, 2-0 in conference play, just what does that mean for you guys, and what's working the most right now for this team?
Yeah, I mean, it just shows our preparation has really helped us to get where we are, and we're a very good team that we can win games while playing bad, and that's a sign of a good team. And we just keep going 1-0 next time we play. So, yeah.
Speaking about that drive at the end of the second quarter, how good was it to see Keelan bounce back after he almost misplayed that punt and then to get the touchdown on the drive right there?
Yeah, that was cool. He could have made a big mistake, but he didn't. And then he got, bounced back, got that touchdown. That was sweet. That was definitely a momentum thing too, because we want to watch all of our guys have their success. So yeah, it was a good deal.
When you think about your health and being back into the groove, that All-American groove, where would you say you're at? How close do you feel like you are to returning to that level?
I feel pretty good, yeah. I feel better than I've ever felt at the moment, to tell you the truth. Like body-wise, physical, I just feel good. So, it's going to be a mental thing. But I'm 98. I'm there. Yeah.
If you got in the end zone, it'd be 100, right?
Yeah, right, definitely. That's the last 2%. Yeah.
Cool.
As a D-line, we want to improve. We have high goals and aspirations for the season, and we're going to use this bye week to really work on our mistakes.
How do you want the team to kind of respond after an ugly win?
I'm just one guy on the team. But we're all dedicated, and we work. We're a hard-working team. We get after it, and we're gonna get after it in this bye week, and work our tail off.
What were the challenges of preparing for their new quarterback? Because it's not a guy really you've seen before. Like, what was that process like?
We knew he was going to be the starter. I wouldn't say there was anything, dramatic planning. Whoever they put in front of us, we're going to play hard and, yeah.
Yeah, ultimately it seemed like they had like a little bit of success to start a little bit, and you guys seemed to settle in for defensive-wise kind of in the second quarter. Did anything change? Did you guys kind of settle in the game? What were you maybe seeing there?
Nothing really deters this defense, in my opinion. When things happen in the game, last week they scored on that sweep, and we came back and did our jobs. I think one thing we do is we bounce back. We don't let the past, predict the future.
Could you feel the momentum swing when Tyler Flink got that interception?
Yeah. Flinker's one of my good friends on the team, and that's a big play for our defense and setting up our offense to score.
I guess, Alex, just kind of towards the end of the game, ultimately you guys kind of trying to close it out and things like that. Just what was that last final moments like when Idaho State's able to score a couple more times and you guys just trying to close this one out?
We're just, we're not happy with that. We want to close out games, and we want to, we don't want any team to score on us, and, it happened, and it's something, we just got to work on.
And 5-0 at this point of the season, 2-0 heading into the bye. Just your thoughts or biggest takeaways from this team as you guys head into the bye undefeated?
We had a good football team, and we're ready for this bye week and really assess what we need to fix as a team, and get into conference the rest of the season, because there'll be no break after this.
You were the guy who broke through with the first sack, but what's it like for you guys when they're, playing well and keeping you guys off the quarterback early? How do you keep the momentum going?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
You were the guy who got the first sack, but they were playing well before that, giving their quarterback some time. How do you guys just keep going and keep the intensity up when they're playing that well to start?
We play one play at a time, and, we're going to get after it no matter what. And, when we get, we make plays, we celebrate as a team, and, we're all happy for each other.
Was there anything that you guys changed schematically to get more pressure in the backfield? Because it seemed like especially at the end of the second, early third, you guys were back there a lot.
I'm not the coordinator. I'm not, really sure how to answer that, but, like I said, nothing really stops us from, no matter what happens, we're going to keep getting after it, and, in the second half we kept going.
Good, fellas. Thank you.